Next item on the agenda this evening is ordinance 2202, duties of city manager and mayor.
You, this is what you had seen before in draft form. So unless there's any questions, it's pretty straightforward.
So moved.
Been moved by Councilman Graybon that we approve ordinance 2202, duties of city manager and mayor. Do I have a second? Second by Councilman Giggler. Any further discussion? No further discussion. Mandy, would you take a roll call, please?
Miller,
Yes.
Giegler,
Yes.
Graybon,
Yes.
Ponto,
Yes.
Luttrell,
Yes.
Audi,
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries.
Congratulations, Mr. Manager.
Yeah.
Well, 61 days now.
We're never gonna
Potential.
Yeah. Can't screen
Next
out,
item
I
on
can't
the-
screen out for 61 days.
Next item on the agenda this evening is ordinance 2203, establishing 2 wards and specifying boundaries. Questions for staff or legal counsel? No questions, entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
The move by Councilman Ponto that we approve ordinance 2203, establishing 2 wards and specifying boundaries. Do I have a second?
Second it?
Second by Councilman Luttrell. Any further discussion?
Just
No further discussion?
I
Excuse me.
was gonna say, just to be clear for everybody, it's Ward 2 and 1, the green and the red become Ward 1,
Right.
and the purple and the aqua,
Teal, yeah.
whatever, become Ward 2, correct?
Yep.
And that matches what the county does with their 2 commissioners.
Yeah, this is
already.
actually from the county right now, so.
Makes it nice and easy.
Any
But
further
yeah.
discussion? Okay, we take another roll call vote, please.
Ponto,
Yes.
Luttrell,
Yes.
Graybon,
Yes.
Audi,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Giegler,
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is resolution 2017-2, the gap waiver.
Mr. Mayor, I move we approve resolution 2017-2.
It's been a motion been made by Councilman Audi that we approve resolution 2017-2. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Graybon. Any further discussion? No further discussion. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. Next item under formal action is the audit agreement.
Yeah, I mean, you saw my write-up, this is the same group we've been using for a while, and we might, you know, government nonprofit audits, it's tough to get a lot of people to bid on it, but we didn't actually go through a bid process this time, but might be something now with a little bit more lead time, with me being here, and Mandy and I can talk about it and put out an RFP, you know, just to kind of test the waters and see what's out there, but this has been the same group we've used for a while. The nice thing with that is they do know us, they know our processes and our systems, and have a good working relationship with Mandy and her team, and so price point as far as just for our audit is pretty much spot on what it was last year, very little increase. We do have to have what they call a single audit as well, as you can see my write-up, because of the federal funds we've taken in this year, and that's just a requirement for taking those fed funds. So that's, you know, the airport itself has to put us over, but also having Highway 14 dollars come in, put us over that $750,000 threshold. So $2,500. Again, we don't have really any frame of reference as far as a bid to say is that a good price, but kind of what anecdotally Mandy's heard around of what, you know, what people have been paying for that. It's a fair, if not a good deal for something like that. So.
Okay, I entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Been moved by Councilman Giegler that we approve the audit agreement with Cluvine and rental for not to exceed $11,600. Do I have a second by Councilman Miller? Any further discussion? No further discussion. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next item.
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
Jason, would it be possible for you and Katie maybe to work together and maybe send a thank you to the leadership of Mitchell County?
Oh, yeah.
On the work that they did?
The transition?
Yes,
Yep.
If you would.
Yep.
Good idea.
Yep.
Next item on the agenda this evening is a pickup bid for a 2017 Dodge Ram 1-ton for $27,825 from Boyd Truck and Auto. Overseeing
That's really a nice pickup we're getting.
Yeah,
I was
this
hoping
is,
that was the old one.
yeah, this is, something that, shoot, I just misplaced it here, but, here we go. It was funny, I was digging around today a little bit, but, this is gonna be, have a flatbed put on, this flatbed is the kind that's built over in Glen Elder from what I believe, and, which I think is a good deal. We had one in our previous community, the flatbed trucks. I'm a big believer in 3/4 to 1 ton trucks for any sort of replacement vehicle, even kind of the drive around stuff, because you push it down the line, you got still a heavy truck. We use the junk out of our flatbed, just as kind of like a miniature dump truck in the city I came from, so I think it's a good win-win on that, especially for the electric utility, besides just, the heavier trailer they'd have to pull, you'll see we have a wire bib, but, they've got 3-phase wire reels that are heavy, so it'd be kind of like a miniature, a miniature little, for a better word, utility truck that's gonna be able to do a lot of that in-between stuff, where you don't need to drag a big rig out, or, but also a small pickup, especially the box, is gonna have a hard time handling, this you can use forks and a skid steer or whatever, and be able to load it pretty easily. So I think that's kind of the logic behind it. Lloyd, would you have?
That is a dump bed.
No, I didn't put
It
that
isn't?
on.
Okay, so it's just a
Okay.
flat on, we did bid around to, as you saw in the presentation, quite a few, kind of the council's desired, which I think is good, to get a good response, and they had such a deal on the Dodge. I don't know if Dodge is better than Chevy or Ford or vice versa, and I believe it is a gas in this situation, so,
Is this 4-wheel drive?
yes, sir.
Okay, I thought it was, I was looking at it.
Yeah, on the
That's a
checklist.
pretty good
It's in the
price.
specs.
I just bought one through a lease, and it's considerably more.
Yeah, I think it's important to, just, me and everybody to know, this is through our electric utility, so it's not it's a non-taxpayer funded item, and it's part of their, I found an old CIP thing that's digging around trying to build ours from what they had there, and they had something like this for $30,000 back in 16, so we're a year beyond that, and for a little bit less money, and the truck that will be kind of pushed off as the old, meter reader truck. Pretty well used. It's got new tires on it, so probably department head meeting, if this goes through, we'll probably see who wants the new tires. The truck itself just might be put to pasture. There's, probably take more to get it than what it may be worth, but we'll see if we'll take it to the auction maybe and see what we get out of it, and do something like that, so.
Mr. Mayor, I move we approve the recommended purchase of $27,825 for the Woodshire model.
Motion's been made by Councilman Audi that we approve the purchase of the 2017 Dodge pickup, the amount of $27,825. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Councilman Latrell. Any further discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried.
It said
Next
take,
item.
Ronnie, I said take better care of this one than you did.
Maybe wax a little bit.
If I remember right, administrator got most of it out of it.
I'm a manager now, so.
Not until
Yeah, not
one day.
Yeah, this next piece is a trailer bid, and this is kind of like I highlighted in my write-up, probably more on the guise of safety is kind of I think an important thing that we want our utility, we're gonna keep working towards. I think it'll be a usable tool, but also they're spooling out lines for their different projects. It's kind of a stepping stone for some of the, some of the work they'll be doing. You need a probably much bigger, more major trailer if you can do some 3-phase work, but the single phase, this will work, and we had explored potentially building our own, and then we kind of looked at Alltech, which is the brand that we bought the line, or the truck, the line truck that we just purchased, and they were, obviously very fancy trailers, but they were all asking pretty astronomical prices for probably what the amount of use we were going to use it for. So this was kind of a nice trailer that's going to, do the job for us, at least as a starting point. It'd be $9,000. If we get to the point where we really want to do more of something for 3-phase, that'd be kind of a different thing, and hopefully there's a better price point. We can find something for that, but $9,600. I think we were trying to fabricate our own and do it. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but it still will probably be a lot safer method than what we're doing now for stuff like this. So.
What will we do with the trailer we have now, Ronnie?
We'll probably use that for secondary schools. The trailer we have right now, we have a rack built up that we set on for the three-phase, holding it, three-phase wire at the same time. And although it's too small for some of the stuff we've done, we've had to haul the rack out there and haul the individual spools and set them up on the rack out there where we wanted to pull them in. And so, if we're gonna get rid of the trailer, I'd rather get rid of that three-phase and order a good one. But I think that needs to come down the road. I've done some looking. I'm not sure that we're good enough backers, but one magazine had where they had 4 of these trailers, like we're getting now, but they had them all hitched together, and that's how they came up with their three-phase. They pulled them all out there at once, but I think we can pull them straight, but I don't know if we can back them.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve bid from Brother Trailers in the amount of $9,700.
Motion's been made by Councilman Audi that we approve the purchase of the wire trailer for $9,700 from Brooks Brothers. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Ponto. Any further discussion? No further discussion. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. Next item on our agenda is the agreement for the Economic Development Director, a position held by Heather Hartman.
Yeah, this is kind of a, something I think is up for renewal, wasn't it, Heather? So plus we did some adjustment to it. They're over at the Porter House now, and we're basically contributing some $250 you can see in the agreement towards the rent of that facility. So we're not on that rental agreement. We didn't really want to take on another rental agreement. We got enough of those going, but this is kind of a way that we could kind of incorporate it into the agreement that we would, you know, pay for that. And I can't remember if there's really any other
That was it.
other adjustments to it. It's pretty much the only change. So
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve the attached agreement for the Economic Development Director held by Heather Hartman.
Motion's been made by Councilman Graybaum that we approve the Economic Development Agreement with the Director held by Heather Hartman, second by Councilman Audi. Is there any further discussion? No further discussion. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda this evening is the East Main project. The East Main.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. Change order number 1, yeah, for East Main. So basically this is, we met with the contractor about a week and a half ago, and they obviously were 8 to 9 weeks behind when we started the initial start date. And so they basically asked to move the project 8 to 9 weeks into the summer to do the same, to get the work completed. So no monetary cost, nothing like that. It's just basically a kind of formalizing the new deadline for the project. We did have an informational open house, I guess I'll talk about it now, for all the residents along the street. Like Tony said, it was well attended and successful. You know, the biggest negative is obviously for harvest. That was a goal of the councils, I know, to have that open for that, but we do have other routes. We'll have to talk with Farmway and kind of, you know, just work around it, so.
What's the difference between E, East Main change order, and G, change order number 1, East Main?
I don't know what changed, or I don't know.
E and G, are they the same thing?
Must be.
Oh, so I think there's something,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. So basically,
Make sure there's
because
no-
mine, I don't know what happened here. Mine has purchasing policy and regulation. That's what we should be talking at F. So that's why I was kind of confused there. So I don't know if the revised got to, what, it doesn't,
Well, the revised got a little.
It's E, East Main, and
the
then
revised got an extra revised.
G, yeah, I just
No,
wanna make
I-
sure, so it's the same
I
thing.
didn't put that in there. It was actually, it's weird. On the Word document, like a letter got hid up in the
Oh, I see.
title.
Okay.
So I think that's what happened.
Okay, just wanna make sure there was no,
Yeah.
something different. 'Cause I'm like,
And I
That's
didn't
the other
find it,
East
so I
Main
didn't
project we have.
I
revise.
pull up, I'm like, change order 1 is this, and I'm like, wait a second.
That's why, yeah, I was confused what it was.
East Main change order.
So change order number 1, East Main, or East Main.
So E and G are the same.
Yes,
We just
gonna scratch
and we
out
skipped
G.
F because we're on E.
Yeah, we'll go back to F in a second. Okay,
So we're gonna skip E for now.
Aren't you glad you hired me, so.
I'm confused now.
How about this?
I'm gonna scratch out
Yeah.
G.
Okay.
I'll move we approve the updated purchasing rules and regulations, try to make it simple.
Okay, so
I move
you
it.
made the motion to approve the East
Yeah.
Main change order. We're going with this.
Okay.
Got a second? Second by Councilman Audi. Any discussion? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Hey, guys, I messed up enough up here by myself.
Yeah.
You don't need to be throwing that other out there.
So I guess this, hopefully it's on either your agenda that was sent out or on the revised, it's the purchasing policy and regulations, so that was a part of the, kind of, again, that November, December, January discussion, trying to get all this vetted and in place, so this is kind of what I showed you at that time, just kind of change, ups the limit for me to 10,000 from the 5,000, because I was hitting a lot of $6,000 to $7,000 to $8,000 in there. Again, still gonna go through the appropriations, we're gonna show up for you guys to approve. If you wonder what's going on, all of a sudden you don't like it, then it goes away type of thing, because you're the boss. But the other part, the only other part I really adjusted is I think one of the commodity ones to kind of what, I think it was the fuel one or something, whatever I took off of Ronnie to kind of meet again, kind of the threshold for that we're usually hitting up on. No sense if it's $500 over for, to be changing back and forth. And then the other key part was I changed the electric utility department head, his only from the